Hey team, for today's Creative Thursday, I'm going to show you something that takes all the fun of cut and paste collaging, zine making, and blogging and mashes it up into one digital tool for creating expressive web pages with no design experience necessary. Sound good? Okay. It's called Multiverse. Now let me bring up the website right here. Oh, and please enjoy the sound of my clicky keyboard. This is a Ducky 2 SF mechanical keyboard with Cherry MX Blue switches. The SF means it's a 65% layout, so there's no numpad, but there is a number row, which doubles as function keys. Anyway, I love this thing, but I will stop showing off. So if you go to multiverse.plus, you'll see this homepage with a retro computer, and these two usernames, Kix Condor and Glitchy Owl, are the folks who created Multiverse. They're very cool people. You lot are going to want to enter your email here to join, but I will give you the tour first. You'll notice on this page some examples of what Multiverse posts look like. So they look like these text boxes, and you'll notice here we've got all kinds of different styles. Down here, this is what the text editor actually looks like, and we're going to dive into that in just a couple minutes. They describe it as sort of like a zine, a collage, a bunch of glued tweets and essays. It's a real in-between space, and here are some examples of posts from users. You'll notice that every Multiverse post has this box set up with a username in the top left corner. So this is a post by Sadness. Here's a little photo collage. We've got a more comic style post here about a cat. Here they describe this, a distant scene of breathtaking beauty from another multiverse. I love how expressive Multiverse posts can be. And down here, we've got a little love letter to a piece of the old web. And you'll notice as you navigate Multiverse that there's a lot of nostalgia for sort of Web 1.0, the web as it looked in the 90s and the early aughts. Down here, here's a few different examples of what those boxes can look like, and we will dive into them later. They're called frames, and they're one of the ways that Multiverse is way more expressive than a platform like Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr. You're not constrained to the exact same look of your box. Everyone gets a little different design. Down here, this section, they've got a feature coming soon, blog chat. It's a tool that'll allow you to respond to other users' posts. It's still in development. Multiverse itself launched, I think, just in spring of this year, so it is still very much under development. I'm gonna scroll right back up to the top. Now that you've had a look at the homepage, I'll tap over to About for just a second. If you're interested in learning more about the site, Kix and Weiwei, that's Glitchy Owl, they described a little bit of the process of creating Multiverse, what they were inspired by. So read this on your own time if you're interested in the site, but also definitely click in here. This is maybe eventually what blog chat will look like, but if you click in these little arrows here, you'll notice that they also link to Weiwei's original comic logs and Hypertext 2020, which are both big design inspirations for Multiverse. And if you're interested about why Multiverse looks and operates the way that it does, those two things will offer you some backstory on that. I'm already logged in, so I'm just going to click into Home. Okay, so this is the front page of Multiverse. Everything ends up here. As you scroll down, you'll notice lots of different kinds of posts from lots of people. Then there are these tabs up top. The highlights page, I believe, is curated by Kix and Weiwei. It's sort of some of their favorite things. Highlights of posts, you'll notice that every post has a little title, subtitle, and the date. Now these three sections are the only groups on Multiverse, so when you post something, you'll have a choice whether you want it to appear in the world I see, mic check, or don't look at this. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll also notice there's a My Universe section, and that's your profile. So I'm gonna click over to my profile. That's me. Down here under Published, you'll see my 2 published Multiverse posts. There's also tabs for your unlisted, private, and draft posts. And up here, you'll see more of those little frames that we talked about. Now, in Multiverse, you can create 2 things. Frames, which is basically the design of your posts, and a post itself. So let's make a new frame together. So you're gonna start with your base style. So let's see, where do we want to work with? Ooh, this looks exciting. And then you can stylize your box. So let's style the box. We can pick solid color gradient or pattern. And if you click down here, you can choose any color you want, any hex color. So let's see, I want to pick. Then you can do your outline, choose your border style from no border. We've got those little dots and dashes. A highlight. Right now we don't have a highlight happening. You can pick any highlight. Your highlight's going to appear here in your top left. Cool. Very cool. And you can also choose a shadow similarly. Do a sort of deep blue shadow. Love it. Once you've styled your box the way that you like, we can also customize our color and font. Awesome. And then you can also style your name tag. I feel like a nice sort of golden-y color. Golden yellow. Oh, I clicked out. Okay, hey team, I'm back. I accidentally clicked out of the page, but here we go. So the box looks slightly different than it did last time, but no worries. I actually ended up with this rainbow border, which I really like. Back to it. We're styling our name tag. So I'm gonna pick again, let's see, some solid color. I like the white. I think we've got so much color going on that the white is actually fine. Ooh, I kind of like this. Anti-Corona, that seems like a good font. Awesome. So now that we've designed what our frame looks like, I'm just going to hit save, and you'll notice I've got this new little tab right here. And let's make something with that frame. So I'm going to hop on over to Compose, and I'm going to use this new frame that I just created, and let's make a post about VEDS. So all the same tools that we used to make our frame are how we're going to style our boxes. You just drag that text, image, or GIF box over from the right-hand side, and then you can style each element's background, font, outline, shadow, etc. And you can layer the elements to get that collage effect. Okay, and this is my finished post. We've got a little bit of text and image, just a nice GIF of Salem the cat. From Sabrina the Teenage Witch. My post needs a title, so let's call it Another September. Actually, let's make that the subtitle. This September, Another VEDS. I want to make that my caption. And let's just call this Vlog Every Day in September. Yeah! I love it. What else does this post need? Oh, I know what this post needs. It needs one final text box to tell people where to go to find VEDS. One limitation at the moment is that you can't add links in this editor, but you can create a hyperlink somewhere else, like in a Word document, and copy and paste it in, which I've done here. And let's see, I'm just gonna go right up onto save. And I can choose where I'd like to publish it. So I think I'm going to make this unlisted for now. So it's not going to show up to my followers, but it will show up to you guys because I'll send you the link. And I'll just hit save. And there we go. This is my multiverse post. Now you might notice my text here got a little bit messed up. That happens sometimes. Multiverse is very new. It is still very much in development, and every now and then you're going to have to go back in and tweak something. But it's a really fun tool. And there's a lot of interesting people making cool stuff here. So I'm going to click back over to my universe, and there it is under unlisted. Oh, look, it appears correctly here. One other thing about multiverse is that if you want to share your posts, you've got a couple options. So I'm just going to click on the post title and it'll take me to that post page. Up here, you'll notice there's multiverse, there's my username, and here's the title of my post. I can copy the post link directly, I can tweet it, I can export this as an image, so it'll be still image, or I can export it as an SVG file, which means that I could easily embed it on my website and it'll basically be its own little standalone section, just like it's displayed here with the text all selectable, links clickable, all that good stuff. And this concludes my introductory tour of Multiverse. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I encourage you to check out the platform and even just click around and look at some of the posts that are up there. Try it yourself, try creating frames and posts, see if you like it. What really appeals to me about Multiverse is that it allows me to be expressive in some of the same ways that I can be expressive, whether I'm collaging, doing zine making things sort of on paper in the physical world, or on my website using HTML and CSS. That wraps things up for this first Creative Thursday. I'm going to try to include both digital and non-digital tutorials in this little series. Sometimes when I'm at my desk, I'm in the mood for being on my computer, sometimes off my computer, and I have a real love for paper crafts, but also a real love for web design and small web creation. And if you're interested, Multiverse does have a Discord. If you're on that homepage and you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that they've got links to their Twitter and Discord server. And if you hop on the Discord server, Kix and Weiwei are in there, as well as a whole bunch of other cool people. It's a good way to meet creators who are on Multiverse, since that blog chat feature isn't available yet. It's also a good place to report any glitches, bugs, features you'd like to see. It's a great server. Happy Thursday, everybody. Tomorrow is Wildcard Friday, and I've got something a little bit different planned for y'all. So I will see all of you tomorrow.